see the colors of a rainbow, and I can feel the sun on my face. I see the light.
Hello and welcome to People. I'm Tanya Francisco, sitting in for Allison Payne. There's a Chinese proverb that says, I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. Well, there are 3 young men who are using that basic premise to get middle school kids excited about math and science, and even getting them to think about becoming an engineer or a scientist when they grow up. They call their program Project Sincere.
Lego robots are really cool toys, but today they're much more than that. They're part of a science experiment. These Pershing West Elementary School students are competing to see which robot can roll over the ramp, hit the mark on a wall, and cross the finish line the fastest. They're also learning things don't always work out the way you plan.
I was really frustrated because I really didn't know what the problem was.
After a little tweak, it finally worked. Patience is one of many valuable lessons Project Sincere hopes to teach students.
This is the part that helps the kids, the hands-on, project-based learning.
Project Sincere is the brainchild of these 3 guys, Jason Coleman, Sean Phillips, and George Wilson. The Sincere in Project Sincere stands for Supporting Youth's Needs with Core Engineering Research Experiments. Pretty heady stuff for elementary school students, but these young men believe in it so much they quit their high-paying engineering jobs and used a lot of their own money to bring Project Sincere to Chicago public school students.
Our true passion really goes into educating the youth, being in inner cities, and really getting people to pursue STEM careers.
STEM is short for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Project Sincere targets minority and female middle school students in hopes of getting them to start thinking about a career in math or science through fun, hands-on scientific experiments.
It wakes me up for once. It doesn't keep me to sleep like the teachers do. It flexes my mind and it makes me go to a limit.
I know as a youth I was very capable of doing a lot, but a lot of people just didn't challenge me. So these students, as soon as they get their hands on it, they're all over it.
It's like, wow, I just did this on my own without any help.
Now I see it's all this technology in the world. Now I see, whoa, it's like a lot of stuff going on.
And in just 14 weeks, these students have learned a lot.
I learned circumference. I learned how to calculate velocity. I might want to be like, I think a computer engineer, because it seems fun working with the software.
Just being able to have impact in their life, to plant that seed and watch it grow, it means a lot to us.
The program is real and it is effective and the kids are prospering.
And to see that, look no further than the robot competition.
And first place is Team 3.
An awesome experience, and in Zoe Thompson's case, an even prouder moment for her parents.
They call me their little scientist.
Oh, she is so cute. Joining us now are the founders of Project Sincere. We have George Wilson, we have Jason Coleman, and Sean Phillips. Thanks for coming in, gentlemen. Watching that piece, hearing these kids repeat the things that you all have taught them, how does that feel? I'll start with you, George.
I'm not in the class, but based on the program and seeing the kids, I think it's great to see the kids learn new terms and that they're happy to be in the program and that they're excited about it.
That's right, you're the money man, so we'll come back to you. Jason, you're in the classroom.
Yeah, for me it's great. It's really the reason why we do what we do. Just seeing the kids get excited about engineering, seeing them get excited about math, and understanding how everything relates, just puts a smile on my face at the end of the day.
You know, Sean, we're talking math and science here. These are not easy subjects to teach kids, and you're targeting 3rd through 12th graders. Yeah. How do you teach them something so complex, trigonometry, logic or logistics, calculus?
So the best way for us, what we do is that we try to make it fun and rewarding to them. So through our projects, the engineering projects, the students are learning these different concepts that they learn in their classroom and being able to infuse it into the different engineering projects that they do.
Now, Jaquan, he was one of the funny ones when I talked to him. He said, they don't put me to sleep like the rest of my classes do. How important is it that you incorporate these projects where you're playing with Legos? You also have robots. Tell me about some of this stuff.
Yeah, it's very important because a lot of these different projects that the students are involved with, they've never done before. So things where they felt they learned about robotics, which is all new and foreign to them. One, they see that it's not as hard as they believed it to be, and in addition, they get to learn about these robotic concepts, putting and infusing math and science within it as well.
You targeted CPS students specifically. You guys product of the CPS schools?
Yes.
Yes.
And you went to school in the suburbs, right?
Yeah.
So you decided to come back to Chicago Public Schools. You could have went anywhere. Why Chicago Public Schools? Besides the fact that you are a product of Chicago Public Schools.
Well, I mean, that is the main reason. My heart is in Chicago. That's one of the reasons why I left Los Angeles to really come back to Chicago and try to help out the community in which I grew up in. So, I mean, I'm from the south side of Chicago, and so a lot of our focus is on the south side of Chicago, but we also work on the west side of Chicago as well, because these are the largest areas that has the largest concentration of minorities. So we really try to reach a large minority base to expose the most amount of students to the engineering and technology fields.
And females too.
Yes.
Because you don't see a lot of female engineers or scientists and such.
No.
How do the kids respond to your program when you come in?
The kids are really excited about it. I mean, we really take a hands-on approach to educating the youth, and they see that we're really genuine about trying to teach them and expose them to the engineering field. So from our sincere efforts, they really gravitate towards us, and they really like coming to the program, and they really learn a lot from their exposure in the program as well.
Project Sincere, that's a really interesting name. Is that where the concept of sincere came from, because this is something coming from you guys' heart?
That is correct. That is correct. It is what I found for me personally, being a product of CPS, we didn't have this type of program readily available when I was in school. You know, science, as far as in concentrated areas of science, didn't come about until high school. So in elementary school, you know, it's general science. Once you got to high school, then they broke it down into specific sciences. So in order for us to get ahead, we have to have programs like this to start out early and give our children the knowledge that they need in order to want to be scientists and engineers and go into these great careers.
And that's why you target them in the middle schools?
That's correct.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. But now that you know more about Project Sincere, the program, what about the men who started it? Why give up such promising careers and big paychecks? More with the men behind Project Sincere when People to People continues.